Hey guys, it's Abby and today I'm doing a book unhaul. Now, this may date this video like hell because I don't know when I'm uploading it because I'm pre-filming for when I go to the Masters, but I've just watched Hayley and Bookland's 150 plus books unhauled. This is nowhere near, like, at all, but I'm only unhauling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some I've read and some I haven't. So let's get into them. The first two are the first two books in a series. Vampire Night by Matsuri Hino. These were gifted to me by a friend. It's book 1 and book 2 in the manga. Is it manga or manga? I don't know. They're shoujo beat and it did not intrigue me. I'm also pretty sure I had book 3 of this. And I don't know where it is, so maybe it's 9 books if I can find book 3. My shelves are a mess. But yes, I do have book 3. I don't know where book 3 is. 9 books, because I'm also getting rid of book 3. It just wasn't for me. It was a bit too cheesy and a bit too just... nah. Not my sort of manga. Next up is Bloodwater by Dean Vincent Carter. I got this when I was quite young, as you can see by the writing. It's just weird. And it's not, personally I don't find it written very well. It's about this weird kind of blobby thing that comes to life and essentially murders this whole town. Or at least tries to. And obviously there's blood in the water. And yeah, it just wasn't for me. I'm gonna be mentioning this in my spooky recommendations because if it is for you, then this is kind of creepy. So it could be a good book for that. However, next up is Fallen by Lauren Kate, and this just isn't me. I got it when I was like new to BookTube a couple of years ago. I wasn't posting, just watching, and I would have enjoyed this in the Twilight heyday, but not now. I won't reread Twilight because even though I loved it when I was like 13, I'm not gonna love it now. So yeah, I'm intending on giving this to a friend. I think she'll like it. It's not for me. I tried to read through it. It's just... And I think that's all the books that I've actually read that I'm getting rid of. So now I'm on to unread books. I have bought all of these from charity shops. Most of them were very cheap in the charity shops, probably 20p. So The Time Traveller's Wife by Audrina Finnegan. I think I paid 20p for this one, and I picked it up because I'd heard of the movie. It sounds like a sweet concept. The movie looked quite good, but I've not really heard many good things about this from people going into it expecting the same thing that I'm expecting. It's not what I thought it was going to be from the title. So no thank you. Then I've got Book of Secrets by Tom Harper. I picked this up because for some reason to me it looked kind of World War II-ish. Maybe it's because of the book thief. Like, they're not really similar, but you know, maybe. And again, reading it like a few years after I bought it, it's not the sort of thing that I really want to read right now, and I don't think I'll want to read it in the future. This cost me £2. Then next up is Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. This is also £2. This focuses around a Fingersmith, so a pickpocket, and I thought it was going to be more like focused on the pickpocket, and it's not. It's more like, it's more of a chick lit. There's something written in the back. What the heck? I don't know what that is. Charity books! Again, this cost me £2. It's just not something I want to read anymore. And then finally is Showdown by Ted Dekker. This cost me 50p, and it still looks good, and I was really struggling with whether to get rid of this or not. Part of me wanted to because I have no real pull to read it other than the blurb looking kind of interesting. And then I read some reviews and they all said that it's really good if you've read his other books, because they link in, and if you haven't read his other books and if you ever plan to, it kind of spoils bits for them. I have too many books. This was a good excuse to get rid of one more. So that is my... oh no, some of them are backwards. Well, shite. Tiny, tiny, tiny. There we go. So this is my disappointingly small book unhaul, but for me this is quite good. I did manage to get rid of probably 50 odd books, and if I can find it I'll put the photo of that here. About a year ago, my mum works in a primary school, and I just went through loads of primary school books that I'm never going to read again, like 7 and under books, and just donated them to the primary school. I also donated some middle grade and YA for the year 6s, but yeah, I wasn't going to read them again, and I had some duplicate covers, like I had a duplicate cover of Divergent and Maze Runner. So I have done an unhaul before, and I did post about it on my blog, so I'll link that below, but I wasn't making videos at the time, so, and that would have taken forever to film. Ooh. So yeah, that's my teeny tiny unhaul. Maybe I'll get rid of more in the future. I highly doubt it. I kind of hope so, but I also highly doubt it. I can just get bigger shelves. I need to buy a house. That's another thing altogether. Abby from Closer to the Present here. I can't really say in the future. I thought that was all I was going to get rid of, but there were 2 books in my, or sat on now, my bedside cabinet, that's the word, and I don't want to keep them, so I'm also unhauling them. The first one is The Deerslayer by J. Fenimore Cooper. It's only on the spine. I got this purely because it was pretty and old and cheap. I got this for 30p in a charity shop, and I thought it was really pretty. Like, it's got quite nice end pages, and it's like an older book, but at the same time, like, I'm never gonna read The Deerslayer. Ever. So I may as well send this copy off. Oh, I need to sneeze. Now I said it, I want to sneeze. To someone who cares and who wants to read it. So, if you have read it, don't be insulted, it's just not for me. And then the other book, and this should be the last book in this unhaul that I'm getting rid of, is Lessix Key by Robert Scott and Jay Gordon. This is actually book 2 in the Eldon sequence, and I don't own book 1. I don't know if I ever will own book 1. It does look very interesting, it looks really good, but I've never seen book 1 in a charity shop, and I look frequently, and I have so many other books on my TBR that I just can't justify this one. So, and it's a big one too, so it frees up quite a bit of space, and I only paid 20p for it. I got both of these books really cheap. I was good at book shopping in my second year of uni. But yeah, I only paid 20p for it, so it's not like I'm losing, how much was this? £15 if I bought it like RRP. So it's going to. It's kind of sad unhauling books because they are either books that you read and didn't enjoy. Well, for me, they're either books that I read and didn't enjoy, or they're books that I bought intending to read them, being like really hopeful for them, and then ending up not really caring about anymore. But at the same time, there's no point keeping them just for the sake of it and like forcing myself to read them. So they may as well go to a charity shop where someone else can pick them up and enjoy them, rather than me hoarding them for no good reason. So yes, now back to Abby from even further in the past for the outro. Thank you so much for watching, guys, even if this is mildly underwhelming, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!